Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. We're going to look at week 1 and week 2 weather as temperatures are in for a big time change. Your forecast begins right now. Say, my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons want to remind you that you can get up to $2,000 in a tax rebate if you install a ductless mini split system. It's a heat pump. It can cool and heat those spaces that are a little harder to get to and keep maintained. Give Robert Gibbons Sons a call today, a premier Bryant dealer. Let him know Hutch sent you. All right, let's take a look at this forecast. First and foremost, you're looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook here. Where you see these deep blue colors here, that's mighty cold. And there's percentages way up at the top there, but the darkest of the blue showing at least a 70 to 80% chance of being below normal the rest of this week. So from Chicago through, parts of Kentucky into the Carolinas, Virginias, as well as upstate New York and New York City, it looks like a cold week ahead for Thanksgiving. What about precipitation chances as well? Let's take a quick peek at that as we wander through the 6 to 10 day period. We're going to see a decent chance of some below average precipitation in the same area that's going to get so cold out in the Kentucky to Tennessee area, and very dry conditions, and it's welcome out on the West Coast in Northern California after upwards of 5 to 10 inches of rain there. A little more unsettled here in the Northern Plains. Now, what about that 8 to 14 day precipitation window? That's the 2-week forecast into the second week here, and it looks like wet weather does continue here in the Northern Plains. Look where it's focused in parts of northeast Montana and northwest parts of North Dakota. That is going to mean a lot for, well, the drought going on there. We'll take any moisture we can get dry straight through the nation's midsection, according to this outlook. And the outlook for temperature, well, remaining cold on the East Coast and still chilly here in the Central Plains. But look at the warm up taking place as we look off to the west. That is some significant warm weather taking place there. Now let's take a look at the forecast model for the next 24 to 48 hours across the nation. A lot of folks want to do some traveling this time of year, and to do so, we want to make sure you have information you need, because whether you're flying or traveling by ground, there's going to be some changes in our forecast. Check out the timeline at the top as we go through our Monday. The weather making system that you see here moving through the southern Great Lakes continues its way toward the northeast United States. That's where the greatest impacts will be as we go through Tuesday. Look what's going on in the Rocky Mountain parts of western Colorado, all of Utah, Idaho, and the mountains of the Sierra Nevada. This will be the landfall of that big cyclone system that's been in the Pacific. Now that's going to get focused right here. And look at how long it snows in Colorado, beginning on Tuesday as we go through the morning tomorrow, lasting through Wednesday, and then again on to Thursday. Then it quickly exits out. Now the American model yesterday was showing this being a farther southern track. The European had it moving through New York City, and this system has it much closer to the Europeans' model last night. So what does that mean? That means unsettled weather for the east coast of the United States as we go right through Wednesday and into Thanksgiving Day. Meaningful precipitation that could have some travel impacts. For us, just bone-chilling cold is in the forecast. And yes, we're talking about temperatures that'll be unbalmy and less than warm. Let me give you a little bit of a scope on that. We'll take a look at this particular forecast model's rendition of temperatures here while I'm trying to click on the right button. Here we go. All right, so as we start today, we are on the chilly side, but you'll notice this cold blob up in parts of Saskatchewan really starting to intensify, with temperatures there in the teens to 20 below in the morning hours. Then it starts to slowly evolve and move its way into the northern plains. And as we go through Thanksgiving Day, temperatures here are going to slide away down into the single digits above and below zero as we go through the daytime hours. And the cold really starts to arrive. Look at this, 20s below in the oil patch, teens below up in Minot. That cold air is going to sit here and park here as we begin the month of December. So that's how it's looking right now. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Remember, you can get the very latest by checking out my website, hutchesweather.com. Know before you go. Road conditions available on the top menu bar at Hutch's Weather anytime for all of our surrounding states and communities. Have a wonderful day. We'll check back in a little bit later this evening with a more detailed look at that 7-day outlook right here in the Valley on Hutch's Weather.